Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the stock market show. KULR Technology here, sitting at 117. Green candle here, and a nice little green candle, not these little weak candles here. Nice green candle. The most important thing that I'm looking for is for the stock to actually hold here at, if it has to not only hold here, but it has to get back above 120s, because 120s is where we tried to hold, but here, and we broke down. So we would expect a retest of 120 to 124, and we're going to have to break above that to go higher. You can see here it tried to go down, buyers showed up, but it still closed under it. It still closed under that level. It tried to break back. It tried to recapture this support, and it became resistance. And then we just kept, we got pushed down, as you saw. When the hype comes back around to this one, the volume will come in and we'll start moving. But for the time being, just based on the current price action, let's see if we can get that retest of 120. That's probably the most important thing to look for. That's assuming we don't just bleed out again. I'm going to be greedy and wait for $1 on the dot. If it doesn't come, oh well. I'm disciplined, I'm patient, I will wait for $1. I don't care. If it runs away from me, oh well, I just bought Soundhound. I will gladly sit on it. I don't care. There's plenty of plays out there. I'm not so tunnel vision on one that I'm just, I miss out on others. No. If it comes down to $1, I'm here. If it doesn't, oh well. I'm buying other stocks anyways that are actually giving me the prices that I want, right? You don't let the market tell you and dictate where you buy. You dictate where you buy. You never let the market dictate where you buy. You dictate where you buy, okay? Never let the market manipulate you like that. If you have a goal of buying at exactly $1, you wait for that $1. If it doesn't come, cool, I'm going to go take my money elsewhere, and that's the end of it. You don't go, oh my God, I missed out at $1. I was so greedy for $1 that it's at 125. I must chase. Like, no. You go to the stocks that actually gave you the price point that you asked for, not the other way around. You don't let the market manipulate you like that. You choose where to buy. If it does not give you the price you want, you walk away, right? If you go buy a pizza and they're charging you double what you normally pay, and you tell them, hey, no, I want to pay the normal fair price, and they tell you no, you don't pay the double, right? You walk away. It's that simple. So I'm gonna be greedy and just wait for $1. If it doesn't come, oh well. That's all there is to it. Be disciplined like that. If you're trying to be greedy, like I am greedy. You think I'm not greedy? I'm not the kind of greedy where I chase. I'm the kind of greedy when I see a stock 50% off, I want to buy more. But with the current price action, I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna play it safer. We still got the $5 price target here in March. $5 price target. We got a lot of there's a 350 to 4.5. So technically speaking, according to these analysts, we're due for at least 100% move from here. Now, if we look at the previous price action, it's been the same story. It comes down here, just kind of doesn't go anywhere, and then it's, my foot just fell asleep. That's why I just got quiet. And I hate when my foot falls asleep because I've been sitting in my chair for too long. But yeah, you see the price action to the downside is very slow. And then once we get pumping back up, it only takes 1, 2, 3, 4 days to get back to the top of this range. And then we slowly bleed out again. And here we just took forever for us to go to the top of the range. But the funny thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like when this gets going, it's literally just 5 candles back to the top of that range. That's what's funny. Like once it gets going and breaking out, I think history's gonna repeat here. It's just so slow. That's why I'm always complaining about it. I hate stocks that do this. They're slow movers. Like what do I mean by slow movers? It doesn't move much, right? It's only moved literally the past couple of days. It's only moved less than 10 cents. It hasn't moved much. Literally, I'm not even kidding. Let's see, this whole week and even the past week. Let's see, from 137 to 1. Yeah, it only moved 20 cents. Like that's not even. And like, look at this, 1, 2, 3, like 5 trading days in a row, 6. It just went sideways here at 120. Like it literally didn't go anywhere. It just bouncing around between 118 and 124, which is boring. This is boring to me. I hate stocks that do this because it's like I can't even buy you and flip you. What am I going to flip you for a few cents? Screw that. I'll just buy a Bitcoin mining stock. I'll just buy Mara, which is very volatile and can move up and down like $1 in a day, and I can flip that for way more. So it's not it's not even viable for scalping. If you're trying to scalp, there's just better stocks, quite frankly. Yeah. Watch for that MACD crossover as well on the daily. That should clue us in on this bottoming out down here. Let me look at the weekly. Let's see, where's price coming down here? There was a green week, right at support, green week. So we would expect a green week, right? If you're seeing the pattern that I'm seeing. We're getting very technical here. So red candle, and then it was followed by this red candle, by the way, came all the way down to support, and then a green candle followed, right? Okay, you see the pattern? Red candle, oops. Green candle followed right at when it came down to support. Let me delete these. I'm going to show you this again. Red candle. We would, if this is going to rinse and repeat, we would expect a green candle. So a green week. That's what we would expect, because every time we've had a red candle come down here, it's followed by green. Also, what's getting me a little excited here is, look at this red candle. Big red candle, right? Smaller red candle. Smaller body. I mean, it's the same size, right? But this body of this candle is smaller. So when you see this kind of price action, when you see candles getting smaller as they go into a big area of support where we always have seen in the past green candles show up, buyers show up, that's a good thing, because that might mean that we're going to come down, buyers are going to show up, and we're going to close green on a green week. Again, this is the weekly time frame. And that close on that green week, that's bullish, because every time that's happened, it marked the bottom or we pumped thereafter. So that's just price action, pure price action that we're looking at there. Another thing I want to point out is the weekly MACD crossover. It hasn't happened. A lot of stocks have gotten their crossover in the weekly, and they've all pumped, right? We saw a lot of AI stocks, specifically in quantum, absolutely rip after the crossover in the weekly time frame. KULR has not gotten it, which is good, because that means we're getting people are sleeping on this. When this crosses over, we're going to get a pump, hopefully a massive one. But if it's just even a little pump, cool. We'll take that green week. A green week that's 5 days where we just went up and went higher. And that could mean back to the top of the range for a nice 30%, because this is literally $1. So let me go back to the weekly crossover that happened back here. Yeah, we're getting real technical. Okay. Yeah, so the crossover happened back here, and it just went sideways, and then big pump, right? Crossover happened here. We just went sideways and then big pump. So the crossover hasn't happened yet, but when it does, you know that it marks a bottom. Number one. Number two, that it marks that we're getting close to that next big run. That's why I've been pounding the table on the weekly MACD. It's always a moneymaker, but the problem with the MACD on the weekly is it takes forever it takes forever. I mean, the last time we got the crossover was back in November, back in November 2024. It's been damn, it's really been that long. It's been almost 7 months. It's been almost 7 months since the last time we got a crossover, and that's assuming the crossover happens, this coming month. So, or week, what am I saying? This coming week. So there's a lot to look forward to here, especially if that crossover happens.